Hey, this is Aush with Invictus Fitness. With me today is Jin, and we're going to teach you guys the thoracic bridge.
Rotating to the hip.
New runner.
All right, so before we get into our bridge work, we're going to need to start with a little bit of a warm-up, especially for the shoulders and upper back. So we're just going to start with 8 to 10 arm circles, double arm circles to the back. Yeah, both. Good. Nice, Jin. After that, we're going to do 8 to 10 to the front, double arms. And once you have those, we're going to do single arm to the back, pick a side, 8 to 10. You can take that arm to the front. Good. And then to balance out, get the other side, back, going 8 to 10 reps, and then to the front. Good. After that, we're going to go across the body and just open up the chest. I like to cross. Which arm is on top? Which one's on the bottom? 8 to 10. And then we're going to get into a little exercise we call the bushwhackers, named after the WWF team back in the 80s, right? So bushwhackers, just balancing up and back. Nice, Jin. Make it as much of a dance move as you want to, but really just focusing on warming up the shoulders. All right, good. So once you have your warm-up done, we're going to move right into our bridge progressions. All right, so the first progression that we're going to do for the bridge is the tabletop. And this is super important because a lot of times the limiting factor in your bridge is shoulder extension. So what Jin's going to do to get in the tabletop, she's going to try to put her feet together. If she can't, that's okay, right? She's going to turn her hands to the back, and then she's going to stack her joints, shoulders right over the elbow, right over the wrist. Then she's just going to drive her heels to the ground, push her butt in the air, and try to get as flat as she can from shoulders to knees. This is a great tabletop, right? This is just opening up the chest, getting some pressure on the elbows. So if you feel it there, we need to strengthen those elbows. This is a good position for you. And then she's just gonna come down and relax. If she wanted to, she could do reps, just going up and down and coming right back down, good. And then when your shoulders start to feel really good, you want a little bit more extension, she's gonna push up and then actually shift her weight that way and then come back to the front and then sit down. Then she would come up, shift the weight back, come back to the front and sit down. Great, good. All right, the next step is gonna be table in and outs, right? So for table in and outs, we're gonna move around a little bit. So she's gonna push up into the table. She's gonna go over herself to a bear position, hands and feet, then come back out the other side. She's trying to keep her hips high the whole time, then come back to where we started. That's one rep, right? And then let's do one more over. Keep the hips high as she transitions back to the table. Good. Then bring it back. Nice, and relax. Looks like breakdancing, but it's a great way to make sure you're prepared for your bridge. All right, so the next drill we're gonna do is going to be sitting up on a bench. So she's gonna get her butt on the bench and then lay down on her back. Make sure she has enough room where her whole upper body's on the bench. Okay, she's gonna grab the bench with her hands, and all we're focusing on right now is just trying to lift our butt off the ground by pushing our heels down and squeezing our glutes. And relax. So there's two ways to go about this. You can do reps, which is gonna be for building strength, or you can just hold the top, which is gonna be conditioning, right? And relax. So maybe 20, 30 seconds, build up to a nice 45-second hold, and then relax. If she gets more advanced, when she gets stronger, she can start to try to push through her upper body by driving her hands into the bench and trying to get her shoulders as well off the bench, right? That's really fantastic. You may not get that high on your first try, but just try to drive into the bench and see if you can get your elbows and shoulders to come up slightly off the bench. Not elbows, your shoulders. Good, and relax. Okay, so once you're good with all those progressions, you've made it to the bench, you can push your shoulders up off the ground a little bit. We're gonna try and take it to the floor and get a bridge off the floor. So she's gonna lay down, she's gonna put her hands over, pancake hands, fingers towards the legs. Then she's gonna drive through her heels and her arms, get up off the floor. When we're in a nice thoracic bridge, we're trying to push our chest away from our feet and really open up the T-spine, right? This is a great position. You can come on down, Jin. So the position she's trying to get in is straight legs. She should look like Nike swoosh. She actually has Nikes on, which is fantastic. An upside down Nike swoosh, right? So her hands are gonna be one point to the other point, and she's arching into that bridge. Let's do it one more time, Jin. Push up and then driving her chest away from the feet. That's a fantastic thoracic bridge. And relax. Good. So one of the important things, why do we need to develop a bridge? There's a couple reasons. One is We want to have strong, healthy backs, and we need to have a really mobile T-spine. A lot of you know, if you don't have the T-spine mobility, it's going to show up in your pull-ups, your muscle-ups, your handstands, and a lot of times in our strength movements like front squatting, right? The other thing she's developing is elbow strength, shoulder strength, and wrists. To support yourself when your wrist's in that position takes a lot of mobility through the wrist and strength through the range of motion. Okay, and we always want strength through the range of motion. Any range of motion we have that doesn't have strength is flexibility that might get us into trouble. We always want to have control when we're going through all of these ranges of motion. So those are the main reasons to develop your bridge. Fantastic exercise, good party trick, and then you can be a superstar like Jen.